Hello, I'm here with Vladimir Ingerman, and this is the Leaders and Their Stories podcast. I'm Richard Lowe, the writing king and ghostwriting guru, and today we're going to have a fascinating uh, discussion about oil and gas in the Soviet Union, in Russia, and in the United States. So it ought to be very interesting. It's not a subject that I've had a lot to do with. And Vladimir, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Richard. Thank you for inviting me. Um, I'm Vladimir Ingerman. I'm actually from Soviet Union. I worked in Western Siberia almost 20 years in oil and gas at the time when we produced more than all other part of Soviet Union. And then Halliburton invited me. It was 2 years contract in Seattle, Washington, and we love it. And Halliburton loved what I did. We arranged cooperation between Halliburton and Soviet companies. We opened office in Moscow, office in Tumen. It was very great move, Western technology to Soviet space. And my family loved it, and so Halliburton arranged green card for me and my family, and so we're still here. So I'm in the United States since 1990, 35 years.
Okay, so you moved to the United States before the Soviet Union fell.
Yeah,
Ah, interesting. Interesting. And then you stayed here afterwards and continued working here. So you've been here in the United States for quite a while.
that's right. That's
All
right.
right. Which do you like better?
It's a good question, but there are. It's difficult to say yes or no. There are something that better in Soviet. There are something that better here.
Of course.
It's one subject, and what used to be better in Soviet Union, it's changed now. So I really don't know. Is it like it was a free education, free medical,
Ah,
free medicine? It's I guess it's not anymore. So
I'll
there is.
bet you that one thing that's different is it's not so cold as it is in Siberia.
Ah, I grew up in Caucasus. It's similar to Texas when I'm now, but Siberia it's four seasons. It's actually a nice area, very attractive. And
Interesting.
they are saying it's no bad weather, there are bad clothes. So you should just know what clothes to use.
Interesting. Interesting. Now, Siberia has, you said it has four seasons. One of those seasons, it's iced over and then it has permafrost and then it's good weather. Is that how it works?
Actually, Siberia it's pretty big. I used to work in Tumen. This is the capital of Western Siberia. It's approximately Moscow latitude.
Yeah.
So in Tumen, we have snow, no, let's say from November till April. And then we have nice spring, we have good summer, we can swim on the lake, on the rivers. And then we have a beautiful autumn, very colorful.
Nice.
And then we have a nice winter with a lot of snow, it's flat like Texas. So I use cross country. And if I was home, because it was a lot of business trips, like weekend, I ran 20 kilometers for cross countries.
Okay.
So beautiful forest. So it's
Okay. So you moved to the United States, worked with Halliburton, and now Halliburton has basically hired you to do the same thing, oil and gas. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Halliburton, I spent 3 years with Sierra in Seattle. Then Halliburton moved me to Houston because they shut down Sierra. It was big executive mistakes. They shut down good software company. Then Dick Cheney became CEO of Halliburton, realized that it was a bad decision. They bought Landmark Graphics instead of Sierra. actually changed one software company to another, and it cost them around 700 million. It was a newspaper, a costly
Wow.
executive mistakes.
Very interesting. Okay. So what did you do when you were working with oil and gas? What kind of things did you do?
Well, I was fortunate. I started in Soviet Union, and it was beginning of development Western Siberia, and it was a huge project. We have actually we discovered big now dozens of oil fields, a lot of huge gas fields, and I was VP of the one of the major service company in oil and gas, and I was responsible for interpretation geophysical data.
Mhm.
And it was actually beginning of the using computers for oil and gas. So I was on the front of this
Hmm.
move when we switched from manual job to computers. And we created software for processing log data. And this software actually captured um, almost 100% huge market in Western Siberia.
Okay.
Using this software, processed operators processed and operators and research institute process more than 1 million wells. This is a real huge number, 1 million.
That's huge.
Yeah. And when I start working in the United States, I was lucky again because it was beginning of shale revolution. And using my experience in Soviet Union, where we have some unique data that Western company don't have, because Western company count money very accurate, and it was a well testing. Um, we estimate in the Soviet Union we estimate permeability using well testing,
Okay.
and it's pretty expensive because you need stop well for some period of time, and it's expensive, and because of this, Western company do it very occasionally, maybe just few wells for field.
Okay.
I have a few hundred wells in the field, and I have all log data, all perforation results. So based on this data, um, I discovered some equation that allow calculate permeability from open hole log data. And then when shale revolution started in the United States, I was able to tune this equation to shale
Mhm.
because it's completely different field than conventional oil and gas, conventional reservoirs. And we created shale vision technology that actually help operator decrease cost of development, because now they drill many bad wells, and because of this, before pandemic, 90% US shale operator had negative cash flow.
Mhm.
So this technology allowed them uh, eliminate or avoid cost of drilling bad wells, and that decreased cost 2-3 times. At the same time, it decreased pollution 2-3 times.
Mm.
Operator can maintain the same production and pump much less water per pounds and different chemical under the ground.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is real great technology, but our first goal, Permian Basin, actually technology applicable for any shale field across the globe. But I'm in Texas, and Permian Basin, the biggest shale field, and also located in Texas. So we're trying to implemented in commercial stage in Permian Basin, and it's not simple because in oil and gas, people very conservative. They literally afraid new technology. The management telling that we are looking for new technology, but it's not quite correct. They're literally afraid new technology, and there are many reasons behind this. There are statistics that implementation new technology in oil and gas takes 15 to 20 years.
Wow. Wow. How's AI helping with this now?
How what?
How is artificial intelligence? Is it being used at all with these shale fields yet?
No, we developed this before AI was invented.
Okay.
AI is great tool, and I use it, but not for shale.
Okay. Seems like that could have a big impact on profits and
I
create more
know, I know.
profits.
Everybody, everybody tried to use it now, and I guess it's too much advertisement AI because like people have opinion that if you don't use AI, you nothing that you can do. It's not quite correct.
Okay. Understood. All right. So you've had some leadership experience with oil drilling and things. What are some of the lessons you've learned about leading people in this kind of environment?
About leaderships,
Yeah.
uh, actually, I was manager almost all my life. I graduated Oil and Gas Institute when I was 21, and I worked 4 years in field expedition. And during a year, I was promoted as a chief of log units. So I was responsible for investigation wells in Tajikistan, different kind of wells. And then no, it was lesson that I learned from my experience. The good leader should have a good team, and you should love your team. You should love people that works with you. And for me, it was some natural, but then I realized that people know that how how I look to them. They know that I really love them. And in this case, even I was very tough, requesting some job about time and quality of job. People understand this and never had hard feeling. So you could be tough, but people work great if they feel that you really love them. And not just you love them, it should be very good atmosphere in your team. So like
Okay.
in Soviet, my team was my second family. We celebrate birthdays, we celebrate all holidays together. We spent a lot of time on the nature, kayaking,
Okay.
making barbecues, dancing, whatever. It was not just job. So, and in this case, people work extremely well because they don't want to be bad in front of their friends. So if some of them work bad, it's like all team work bad. So we were very productive. Actually, we created this system with, it was, average age of my team was 26 years.
Mhm.
And it was mostly young people, just many of them just graduated, some of them still learn in Cuban Industrial Institute.
Okay.
And it was great team, and as a result was great job.
Interesting. Interesting. So what would you tell young leaders today about what they should do to have a motivated team?
No, it should be exciting project that really excite people, especially young people, because I bring the very talented young people to my team because I told them that we need to make this digital revolution.
Hmm.
No, nobody did it before. Even some professors told at this time that you a dreamer, it's impossible that computer will do what human do. Our job so complicated, it's impossible this piece of metal and some lamps can do something. So it was a lot of pessimism, but at the same time, we knew that it's absolutely necessary because it was a 100,000 wells we drill, and it was not enough people to process data for all these wells.
Right.
So it should be exciting task, and in the team, everybody should know who is doing what he is doing or she is doing.
Okay.
It should we have a tradition like afternoon tea, and we just all team drink tea, and we talk about mostly about current projects, current
Hmm.
situation, and everybody knows exactly what who is doing what's responsible for what. It's very important.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's very interesting. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. Um, for all our listeners, this has been the Leaders in Their Stories podcast. And I'm Richard Lowe, the writing king and the ghostwriting guru. And I've been here with Vladimir. How can people reach you, Vladimir, if they want to get hold of you?
No, they just can Google my name, Vladimir Ingerman, or they can Google name of my company, Amros Corporation, AMROS Corporation,
Okay.
and they will have plenty of information.
All right. All right. Well, thank you very much for appearing on the show. Appreciate it a lot.
Thank you, Richard.